Hello, I'm back. It's 5:15 p.m. in the afternoon. Um, so I think yeah, I brushed my teeth with some of the salt water um 2 nights in a row. But I think yesterday I might have brushed my teeth with some clay and the salt water. But last night I had I think I did mix a little bit of the clay in the salt water, or did I just use the salt water? I don't remember. And I brushed my teeth, and so like also like for dinner, I had a turkey pot pie and one of those bean and cheese burritos, and some oh pineapples, and the organic natural version of Reese's peanut butter cups. But I wish I could have some more of those. Um, but I don't have no more. I just only had two. They only had 2 packs. So, but anyway, um, so last night, um, after brushing my teeth after dinner, and I took a shower also. Um, I had wow, they're starting to vibrate my body. So I had started to go to sleep. I don't remember what time it was, but I my body felt extra relaxed to the point where I wrestled and fought against it, because I had fears that I was gonna die in my sleep. You know, all that from brushing my teeth with the salt water, hoping that I can fight and battle and to get rid of the mucus or whatever. But I still have a little bit of the mucus, and I think that today I haven't been like coughing or sneezing as much, but I had to blow my nose a few times. Um, but I feel pressure on the tooth abscess right here. Um, so you know, this morning I just had muffin and juice, and then for lunch I had the same thing that I had last night. A beef and bean. I mean, I'm sorry, not beef, cheese and bean burrito. Cheese and bean burrito, and the other turkey pot pie, and some um, pineapple chunks or whatever. But no more candy, no more of the organic version of Reese's peanut butter cups. And those are like organic and natural and more like guilt free, you know. But today, I mean, well, I guess only one person answered my question, but I try to research, you know, online anything But I guess I won't get sick or food poisoning or whatever. But I guess it'll be the same thing for breakfast, every day. But then maybe for lunch I'll have just the bean and cheese burritos and pineapple. Um, Tomorrow, and then have one of those. Well, my mind going blank. Then I have some the Marie Callender's spaghetti and meatball. I don't know. I might have another burrito with the spaghetti if I didn't get full, if I'm still hungry. But I had just enough food until like Friday. Today's Thursday, right? I am so sorry. I'm getting the days mixed up. But anyway, though, um, I don't. I mean, I think it ended up taking me a while to go to sleep, but I was able to get me some sleep last night, and then I was so tired. I tried to take a nap today and could not take a nap for some reason. But so David Jane came to harass me again yesterday, and it seems like as if he was just made a fake new account just to talk nonsense and harass me or whatever. Um, of course, I had to keep blocking. I mean, I can't even report these bastards because they do nothing. Um, so I mean, these social media platforms, they won't do anything to the people harassing you, but when they falsely report you, you get straight up shut down. So I didn't need to have any dealings with really bail bondsmen, but I called up one of the bail bonds people and trying to ask the same questions I was trying to ask the people at the jail yesterday, and or the clerk of court or anybody else. I tried to ask questions, and over the phone, the lady was quite rude to me, but I'm glad that she answered the question. Um, she was like rude and had an attitude and anxious to rush me off the phone. But I'm glad that she answered my questions in a clear, quick, and concise way, like to the point, in a way that I'm able to understand. So it's frightening to realize that, you know, basically, if it weren't for so-called jail or prison overcrowding, then I probably would still be locked up right now. And after 8 hours of being locked up in jail, I nearly I almost lost my freaking mind. You know, being locked up and confined. You know, and um like I almost lost my mind being locked up and confined. You know, and so the lady at the bail bonds office, she told me that I don't have to pay the bail bond unless I weren't to show up in court. So I don't have to pay the $100, just that $30 I have to pay. Cause yeah, I was getting mixed messages, and there was a man that I called I mean, I called and I talked to him, and he pretty much said the same thing. But I was trying to get a second opinion and third opinion and fourth opinion, hoping that I wouldn't make a mistake and get in trouble and go back to jail or whatever. So I wanted to and needed to make sure I got like asked multiple times to make sure I'm getting the right answer and being told the right thing, and so I won't get in any trouble, any more trouble, you know. So, um, so yeah, so basically, you know, I'm being told that because the jails or prisons being overcrowded, and I guess my so-called offense was so minor that they let me out, you know, and so I didn't have to pay um before getting out of jail or paying in order to get out of jail, you know, but otherwise, um I don't even know, because the fact that I knew I was getting my work paycheck, and the fact that I knew that my Social Security check was coming, and it was just $100, but that's a lot to lose or a lot to have to pay, but that's not a lot to get. I mean, to receive that, if you know how it is, you know. But it seems like a lot to be taken away, but not a whole lot, you know. That I mean, not a whole lot that you can do with $100, you know, especially with inflation and everything. So I mean, but yeah, that's a big burden to have to lose, especially if you worked and then you didn't deserve this at all, because some satanic trolls wanted to play fucking games and think this shit is funny. So um I'm sitting here wondering if they just simply took me to jail just to scare me. Just to scare me. Or to spook me and traumatize me. You know. And then, as I said, perps were already there before I got there. So, this jail thing being part of the gang stalking setup. And then everybody has that scripted fake talking, and they try to make me feel like I did something wrong or make me feel bad. So, um, yeah, basically, I don't have to pay the $100, and I have to go to court, and I'm scared and don't know what to expect. And I don't know how the hell am I supposed to do this if I gotta be homeless. If I gotta be homeless and then with all my stuff and then go to court, and they're saying that certain things you can't even bring into the jailhouse. I'm sorry, not the jailhouse, the courthouse or the courtroom or whatever. So, with my belongings, where am I supposed to put my stuff? So, but yeah, they say I have to pay that $30 fee. And then, well, I mean, $30 is not a whole lot, but $30, that's like, between 1 and 3 days worth of food, depending on, it depends, you know, but, yeah, I mean, I feel like if I would have had to pay $100, that's a big burden. But 30 is, I mean, I'm sitting here going through this for nothing, all because people want to try to scare me. So, I'm confused. Like some people say that, oh well, if you don't go to court, then you have to pay $100. And then they say, well, if you don't go to court, then you have to pay. I mean, then you will there will be a warrant out for your arrest, and then you'll go back to jail. So I don't know. Like if a person would have paid the $100, but then don't go to court, would there still be a warrant? So I mean, would there still be a warrant out for your arrest and you still go to jail? I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. But it's like, you know, but yeah, I'm feeling nervous. Like even though I know I'm innocent or whatever, I'm feeling like dreading to face the judge and deal with the judge because I don't know if the judge will be a harder narcissist than the cops, or if the judge might be a perp, or if they have everybody in the courtroom perping you or and trying to trigger and provoke or whatever, you know. But and so and my twin sister, you know, all the bad encounters that she also had with Gretna police. And she despised them, but she would rather be that much of a sellout, though. She lies and said that I'm stalking her videos. But she if she weren't stalking me, how did she know about my jail incident? And everything else. And trying to discredit and tell more lies. So then, you know, she been such a pro at lying and deceiving that she will lie with a straight face and then don't feel bad about it. And she don't care whose lives she ruined by lying. And so she and the entire family's like that except for me. Sean even lies so much. So, and the biological mom, Frances, when she was alive, she used to lie so much also. But, it's like my twin sister, that much of a sellout though, that she made a fake community post and shared my video against my consent, and made a fake community post that said all she had to do was just listen. All she had to do was listen. And she used that to think that she's exercising her own fake wannabe pseudo authority over me. Like who told you to even think that you got authority over me? We're twins. We're supposed to be equal, not one twin trying to overpower the other. So, you know, she delusionally believes she has fake authority over me. She delusionally believes that she's my handler. And then, you know, pretends like she's the damn victim and being targeted or persecuted. You know, when the cops are crooked and participating in corruption and gang stalking, fuck no, I don't have to listen to them. When y'all devil worshippers and living perverse lifestyles, nah, I shouldn't have to listen to y'all. But they want me to be controlled like some animal or something. And so, like, if my twin sister is lying to people saying that I'm the narcissist when it's her, and why won't she go no contact? But nah, she's continuing to stalk everything I do. And send her flying monkeys to come make fake new accounts to come cuss me out every chance they get. So, I don't know how many days of sleep deprived to the point where I was kind of like stumbling like a drunk person walking up and down those stairs. You know, and I've lost like a few TikTok followers from posting that video. But on Twitter they had my back. Except this one fake T.I. perp playing both sides. I had to block him. Talking about stop filming and recording people and just act normal. That's something what a damn perp would say. And then he made other tweets talking about like he was even trying to call himself schizophrenic, like as if you're a fake T.I. trying to mock our suffering. You a sick ass if you do that. So and the foster mom ran her own household like a cult. And so, like, the foster mom was an abusive, narcissistic bully that demanded obedience, unquestioning obedience. And I've seen other videos about multiple other videos about people standing up to cops trying to be tyrants and bully them. And those officers could have been like, if you don't submit to Satan, then you're going to jail. Y'all would have applauded them motherfuckers for telling me something like that. And y'all know it. Because the online perps come on my page and make fake harassing comments, glorifying. You wouldn't even, you ain't even supposed to be joking like that. Because if you joke like that, a real Christian wouldn't joke about defending Satanism and Luciferianism. So if you joke like that, then yeah, your ass is satanic. So, but anyway, yeah, the cops could say, well, if you don't submit to Satan, then you're going to jail. And then y'all would give the cops praise for that. So, and as I said, when the cops approached me and confronted me, I was extremely confused. Because I didn't know it was considered, and then I also acted the way I acted because I figured I had just uploaded a video and the online stalkers had been calling up and contacting places and bragged about how they're going to contact more places about me. So I screenshot in one of my community posts that the fake Aquarium Doors perp bragged about celebrating me going to jail. And bragged, and I don't know if she was lying or telling the truth. But she said that she was the one who made that call. And your ass is way in Florida if you're telling the truth. That's the one that's talking about invoking demons for my demise. And her and the fake Darnell Williams perp, they're the only two right now that trying to beat me into submission to turn to the dark side, and I refuse. And they think that playing with people's lives and just destroying people's lives and their soul is a fucking game, and they think the shit is funny. Just like as I said, those 5 boys, like a couple of the other ones, they were men, but I mean they were older. You ain't gonna be 15, 16, 17 years old and vaping. And if they were minors, like they said, then the police didn't take them to jail for or juvenile detention for or they didn't question their parents if they really were underage and vaping. And they say, you're gonna look stupid, you're gonna look stupid, they're gonna take your ass to jail. But I got proof that y'all had one tail light. And everybody still defended and agreed with them. That happened and was staged, and that police officer Flanders, wrongfully banned me from that area, that spot. And they were trying to wrongfully take me to jail that night. But those boys acted the way that they acted because they knew they were fucking guilty ass perps. And the cops, try to defend them and lie and say that they just got off from work or they were working or taking a break from working or whatever. But, like you hear about these surveillance role player, and they did the cake thing. Was the cake thing that was a part of the street theater. And then, but as I said, I don't even know if I didn't say anything and I would have dozed off and fell asleep, if those boys would have drugged me up or done something crooked to me. Those boys, they were not trustworthy, and they did not even look trustworthy. And the fact that the cops did not even investigate, but the black cop, the one that threatened to have me mentally institutionalized, she admitted that driving one headlight or one tail light or whatever was, against the law. And they already had their minds made up to take sides. And what they did to me was discrimination. But those boys were trying to falsely accuse me of profiling them or something like that, or something that they said, or stereotyping, when it's actually they were stereotyping me. And they knew and threw it in my face and threw it all in my face, all the slander campaigns, the smear campaigns about me. So they were strategic with doing that evil shit on purpose. And the police were not going to investigate. They were not going to... Well, let me see. I mean, everything that they complained about me, they had their minds made up to take sides. The cops didn't even go towards their vehicle and see them driving with one tail light and try to do something about it. And Officer Flanders got very defensive, and said that nobody was gang stalking. I'm like, all y'all motherfuckers gang stalk. All y'all. And so, and it's like, I always got to deal with abusive, narcissistic, gang stalking police officers, court. I mean, I don't have to always deal with court judges, but, dealing with anybody with law enforcement or, they're always abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean, and they play all kinds of psychological games. But, I've had videos of myself standing up to cops. Abusive, bully, tyrant cops. And So now, about that boxer Ryan Garcia, somebody did a video, but I didn't really watch it yet. But I looked at the comments, but I'm planning on watching the video. And some people were trying to say that Ryan is a controlled opposition, and that him speaking against the elites in the Bohemian Grove, that he was just being used as a distraction for certain other conspiracies or whatever. But you know, so some people say that he did sell his soul, and that he got buyer's remorse. But now people are saying that he's fake, because they say, yeah, why he's not naming names, or why he's not why isn't he naming names, or why isn't he why isn't he like exposing or showing proof? Oh, he's just talking or whatever. But nobody like me, if I expose or talk about, people gang stalking or doing certain abuse towards me, because I mention names, people want to say, oh, this person and that person has every right to sue you. Or they want to threaten with cease and desist letters. So, but even people were calling Ryan Garcia crazy. So, but, yeah, and even with Corey Feldman, when he mentioned about naming Hollywood pedos and stuff, they called him fake because they said, yeah, he didn't even name no names, But if somebody that's not famous and they name names of abusive people, they be like, oh, don't you know you can get sued for that, dumbass? So, yeah. But yeah, it's different when you're a celebrity though, or when you're already famous. But then, if you name names, you end up losing your life. Like people sometimes you don't even have to name names, but you can have tangible proof or proof and evidence of corruption, and they will still take you out. You can even talk about your own abuse, and once you break the programming and question it, then you end up being targeted for death. Like how people say that they became a targeted individual after escaping from sex trafficking. In the same way, if you try to leave a gang, excuse me, So I mean, but but they have some people who are being targeted because they're trying to get you into being a victim of sex trafficking. And I heard that jails, homeless shelters, another reason why people don't want to go to homeless shelters, because homeless shelters and mental institutions and jails all being like reminiscent of each other. And then the only difference between, with the mental institutions, at least it's clean up in there. It's not really dirty in the mental institutions. But it's like they're clean facilities, but jail and homeless shelter, they look the exact same. And also military barracks look the damn same. you know, or military dorms or whatever, like if you're in boot camp or something. And then a lot of times, like kindergarten, elementary, middle, and high school is also compared to jail and prison. Like the cafeterias, going to the cafeteria and then getting your tray of food and eating. Um, it's reminiscent. And then our uniforms that we have to wear is like the jail jumpsuits or whatever, And the fact that, you're not free to get up and go use the bathroom when you want. Oh, you got to have permission and a hall pass for the so-called privilege and not right to use the bathroom and you're a freaking child. That ought to be considered child abuse. And like so many of your school teachers are abusive and highly narcissistic. And then they manipulate for the child to betray and brainwash the child to betray the parents, and betray and backstab and turn on their own parents for the system, for the New World Order satanic system, talking about it takes a village to raise a child. And no, you the parent, you gotta raise your own child and teach them, train up your own child, and homeschool, the biblical Christian homeschool. So, but yeah, and the school buses being the same as jail buses or prison buses, in some cases, they pack the kids on the bus like sardines. They pack the jail folks on the bus like sardines. Even for certain homeless shelters have buses or vans that they pack like sardines. And then even when you're in school, they try to, like, if you're not able to conform, then they diagnose you with a so-called mental problem, and try to get you put on all kinds of psychiatric medications and everything, or they'll try to label you with ADHD or call you a problem child. But, the ones that's being obedient and submissive slaves and like, they even train and they use all kinds of like, humiliation and torture and embarrassment, to try to keep you in line. Military, school, prison, homeless shelters, or they try to make an example out of you. They do it in cults as well. So, but anyway, I think I did mention about I showed y'all, there are a lot of targeted individuals that say that every police officer knows about gang stalking, and sometimes they be gagged and took a satanic oath, and that they're gagged, and to pretend like they have no idea what gang stalking is. So I think Officer Flanders and those boys or whatever, when I say y'all participate in gang stalking, when I say they participate in gang stalking, they made it like as if I was falsely accusing them of being gang bangers. I said, y'all know what gang stalking is, but they want to play psychological games and pretend like they're clueless. But Officer Allison Christiana, she looked like she's like 25 fucking years old. A young ass kid, But the other officer looked like she was about almost 50. Like 45 years old maybe. But I don't like the way that they talk to me at all. You know, you slam your fist inside your other hand and say, "How many times I gotta tell you?" You don't freaking talk to me like that. That's another reason why I ain't listening to you. You know, and multiple police officers, I told them to their face, "You're not God." You know, and she was so hell bent on talking about, "I am the law. I am the law." Well, you're Satan's part of Satan's law. You're sitting there condemning me, wanting to take me to jail, and then when I say you're going to hell, she's like, "Oh, that's not nice." Well, it ain't nice for you to take people to jail behind lies. If somebody lied to you, and your dumb ass believed it. But the police are gullible, but they gullible and they pretend like they're the smartest people in the world, but they will be so quick and easy to believe a lie and then just react on it and then destroy your life because they believe the lie that somebody told you without investigating. And they were straight up bullies. So Officer Christiana was now. I don't even know if Anthony Christiana is her dad or a male officer named Christiana that was involved in that police murder of that Kendall Joseph guy. You know, that got murdered by cops. So, and this bitch sitting there freaking, you know, oh, they got her Officer of the Month award and stuff like that. You know, like the way, I mean, and they have, I'm glad that they got some people that got my back. You know, but my own twin sister would rather be a sellout and go along with the police. I remember when she told me, like when her and Dwayne got together, she said that the police were about to take her to jail for trespassing on private property. And she was, like, for a couple of days homeless and living in that blue Ford Explorer that she had. And she didn't like that experience. That they were about to, Gretna police were about to take her to jail. So, I mean, I'm tired of her making it like as if she's so superior and so much better than me and everything. And, you know, she tried to tell me, like, that she had a flag on her license before, or that police officers try to do crooked things to her and alter her license plate. And she ended up with a flag on her license because the police, like, manipulated her license plate or did something crooked back in like 2002, 2003 or something like that, you know. But yeah, it's like I don't know why my twin sister's such an abusive, narcissistic bully that demands that everybody should have authority over me or control me. And you know, my twin sister is a tyrant, abusive bully that demands obedience and compliance. And she's never to be trusted. Even other crooked family members. She's crooked and the other family members are crooked. And they'll say that Brandy's always lying and she's never to be trusted. So, but I don't know, as I said, would it take for me to die for y'all to wake up and realize that y'all being deceived? One person pulled away from that Muslim person pulled away from my twin sister, and they had a feud or an argument. But then she went back to bullying and you know, So, I mean, I don't even know if China, after breaking up with my twin sister, if China will end up waking up to the truth finally. To realize that my twin sister had been deceiving the whole damn time. I'm trying to let y'all know the truth and y'all won't believe me. So anyway, when Officer Christiana, when I called her a gang stalker to her face, and, you know, she said she was the only weirdo. Everybody else would say that I'm accusing them of being in a gang. But I'm like, no, y'all know it's community stalking. You know, community policing, community stalking. Organized harassment. So what she did was she played psychological games and made it like as if I was accusing her of stalking a gangbanger. And she was trying to make it like as if she tried to falsely make it like as if I claim to be a gangbanger that's being stalked. She's like, oh yeah, you in a gang? Oh, I'm definitely taking you to jail. She did the opposite of what everybody else does. Now, the videos that I did that went semi-viral, that police officer in Pensacola, his name was Officer Massey. And I think I did deal with him before, multiple times, or more than once. And I called him a gang stalker to his face. And that was the situation with the downtown noise campaign, But for them to say, oh, there's plenty of places you can go, but those perps came strategically and specifically for the noise campaign. And he kept trying to gaslight me and for me to talk about gang stalking and narcissistic abuse and Freemasonry and all that. He kept on saying, don't stop it with those stupid terms and learn how to act like an adult and this or that or whatever. And then the other police officer had like a smirk and was throwing up satanic hand signs and like, all y'all know what's up. All y'all know what's up. And, if y'all wouldn't have forced me to lose the job or if you wouldn't have forced me to be homeless, then, but that jail setup was intentional because a lot of people are saying that for the two female officers to be listed and not the man who put me in handcuffs, they said that for them to be put on a police report and not him, they said that was skeptical or that was fraudulent or that something wasn't right with that. That man came just to put me in handcuffs. And that lady was so arrogant and puffed up about her so-called fake power and authority while she's a whole damn devil worshiper. And something else that I can't even say on here. But, I mean, and people need to stop defending cops because they don't make the laws. They just supposed to enforce them, but they handpick which laws to enforce and they choose favoritism. And they're very corrupt. And the cops don't work for us. They work for the satanic New World Order. They get paid to ruin lives. They get paid to ruin lives. And it's like my twin sister defending these cops. that you know, and I've named multiple police incidents she had, but she would rather go for cops against her own twin sister. She would rather defend the abusive fake tyrant foster mom against her own twin sister. She would rather defend strangers on the streets and internet strangers against her own twin sister. But my twin sister had been proven to be a devil worshiper. Devil worshiping gang stalker. And she got her whole set of flying monkey cult followers. As I said, they come cussing me out just about every damn day. Almost every day. Like as if, hold up. You know, when they, like as if they have a whole bunch of one chief bully to, hire flying monkeys to come and just take turns kicking you in the head repeatedly. And everybody take their turn with kicking you like a freaking soccer ball. That's what it feels like, but an internet cyber version. So my twin sister is, you know, she had been smear campaigning me since pretty much probably foster care. But they say that when a narcissist can't control you, they will try to control how others see you. And everybody defends and agrees with the narc. So, you know, if Ryan Garcia, people calling him fake for exposing the Hollywood program and not naming names, then, you know, when you are targeted individual and you name names of your gang stalkers, the so-called TI community give you the side eye. And they make it like you're wrong for naming names of your gang stalkers. But back then, I even recently looked up at some videos from 2019, 2020. And people were everybody was filming and recording their gang stalking. But the only ones that want you to shut up and act normal are the fake sellout TI perps or regular perps. I mean, why the hell aren't we allowed the right to fight against corruption? You know. But, yeah, I'm sitting here feeling like my whole life is on hold until the time of going to court. I don't know what to expect. But, I mean, I'm concerned about not having anywhere to put my belongings. And I'm also, you know, I hope everything works out smoothly. You know, pray that they don't try to manipulate or set me up to go back to jail. So yesterday, David Jane was lying and saying that, oh, shut up. He made fake comments talking about, shut up, stop lying, talking about you never been to jail. You've been to jail before, excuse me. And I'm like, I'm like, what are you talking about? I did say that I went to jail. But he was sitting there talking gibberish, excuse me. Yeah, he was talking gibberish and saying, stop lying, saying you never went to jail before. You know you've been to jail before. And I'm like, I didn't say I never went to jail before. But last week, that was my second time going to jail in my life. But as I said, the first time I went to jail, it was Mark was the main ringleader that set that up. Can't even trust y'all. And Mark is another one. Fucking liar. And very slick and manipulative liar that cannot be trusted. Mark can't. None of my family can be trusted. Sean can't even freaking be trusted. Because Sean doesn't really set people up. But like other family members, like how people would say that family members would be calculated and like trying to set you up for your life to be fucked over really bad. But Sean tell a whole bunch of freaking Sean is like my twin sister with telling lies that will ruin your life. You know, if they make up a lie on you. But me and Sean are the only two family members that they call crazy. Every now and then they might call my twin sister crazy sometimes. But the biological mom, Frances, when she was alive, they would call her crazy. I forgot about that. Yeah. They would call her crazy. You know. But I don't know. My twin sister is acting like as if she hates me more than anybody else on the face of this planet. And I don't understand what I did wrong or what I did to deserve this. What did I do? And it's like people would rather and y'all think y'all try to control me by giving me thumbs down. But I'm going to continue speaking the truth. And say what the fuck I want on my own damn platform. So, but I mean, yeah, I mean, my twin sister, like other family members, have done her worse than the things she's falsely accused me of. She's the things that the biological brother Pete, that she said that Pete did to her. She's not still grudging against him. You know, if it was right around the time of the biological mom, Frances, passed away, and she said that Pete stole her car and got a ticket in her car. And she was forced to have to pay the ticket. And she confronted him about it, and he cussed her from the A to Z. And then she said that she told me over the phone that she put a gun to her throat and was about to off herself. But she's telling everybody I'm crazy. But that's a grimy, dirty ass thing to do to your own sister. What he did, if she's telling the truth, because she be lying about so much. I mean, if she felt like she hated Wyatt to the point where she pulled a gun out on him. Oh, but she rubbed it in my face about how her and Wyatt could get along now and that they know how to settle differences. Or, you know, if Mark bloodied her face up. And, oh, she's not still bitter towards him. But you lie on me about Raven and the other kids. And you know this shit is not true. And you admitted to me multiple times off and on that you know it's not true. And you think lying on people and ruining lives is funny. And so then she's gonna stay bitter. You know, as I said, if I did such and such to Raven, even after she lied on me and said I molested Raven, you know, she always, I mean, multiple times, she sent for me to be alone with Raven. Why would you do that? And then if you want to say I did this and that to your kids, why you called me up on the phone in 2009 begging me, 2009 or 2010, one of those years, she called me up begging me to take custody of her kids and other family members. After she told me that she thinks that I was retarded and didn't have the mentality for myself to get pregnant or have any kids. And I'm like, people hate me so much that they don't even want me to reproduce kids. And she thought that I don't have the mentality to raise my own kids. But she was a deadbeat mother who took poor care of her kids. And then, you know, she would deliberately sabotage, you know, relationships and friendships or keep me isolated and then she would try to set me up to date somebody that she knows that I don't want, or that she knows that I'm not attracted to, and act like she's trying to force me to be with this person. And so she can manipulate for them to betray and turn against me. She has smear campaign and lied and turned potential boyfriends against me. I think that she has something, and also the people at that homeless shelter in New York, the ex-boyfriend Alex Mendez, they got in his head too and smear campaign. And it was probably the reason why he was acting the way he was acting. And then he was young, 19, and my twin sister was smear campaigning and thinking the shit was funny. The guy was going to John Jay Community College of Criminal Justice or something like that in New York City. And I didn't even realize that Alex Mendez, a narcissistic abuser and a perp too. So, yeah, but Alex was a liar, not to be trusted, very sneaky and secretive, fake as hell, and had a small you-know-what. So, and Alex was very selfish, But yeah, I think Wyatt and Brandy and the people in New York, they all got in Alex's head. Alex turned out to be a perp and narcissistic. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't marry him. But but Brandy tried to get me to act like she was trying to force it on me against my will, to act like she wanted to try to get me to date her Freemason neighbor named Dewey. And I think she was trying to say he was already married or divorced or something like that. I don't remember. And I'm like, well, I couldn't be with him if I wanted to. But I didn't want to be with nobody like that. And then my twin sister, falsely smear campaigning me as a pedophile, prostitute, crazy. One time I caught her trying to make it like as if she was suspecting that I'm on drugs. All these wild ass false rumors about me. But as I said, she lied on me and said I touched Raven. But how many times have I changed her diaper after those false allegations that she tried to bully me to change Raven's diaper? The foster family, foster mom Adrian Felder and the foster sister Shelley, they played those same psychological games. If y'all falsely accuse me of touching kids, like, well, why do you want me to babysit or pick your kids up from school every day? If Shelley wanted me to pick up Alex and Ryan from school every day, but yet falsely accusing me of being a pedo and falsely accusing me of touching the foster boy Nick and this and that, and y'all waited till after the boys were gone. After they were gone to maybe another foster home or back to their biological families or whoever. But the foster mom, she waited till after Nick was gone, and her and the foster sister Shelley, lied on me and said that I, was violating or doing stuff with the foster boy Nick. Nick was like 11 or something, or was he 8? I don't remember. But Nick was pretty tall and big for his age. But they used to play all kinds of psychological games, and I witnessed the foster brother-in-law Brian. He choked that foster boy Richard. I witnessed with my own eyes Brian choke Richard. And then he lectured Richard saying, "You're going to be somebody's punk and somebody's pretty boy in jail if you don't learn." That I'm gonna translate in case y'all didn't understand. He was trying to tell the foster boy Richard that, oh, you're gonna be somebody's punk or somebody's pretty boy in jail if you don't learn. And Richard and Nick and some of they weren't even bad kids. They weren't even really that bad, you know. And Shelly used to steal from me and then blame it on her stepdaughter Chastity, or she would blame it on Nick and Richard. Shelly used to snoop through my phone. The biological Mark used to do stuff like snoop through my phone, snoop through my computer, and stuff like that. You can't tell me they weren't gang stalkers. Shelly would steal my money and then blame it on Chastity or blame it on the foster boys. I'm just fucking sick and tired. And I can't believe that Shelly would have any reasons to be jealous of me. Shelly is financially rich enough that she does not have to work. Like her husband, Brian, make good enough money that Shelly was taken care of. Shelly did not have to work. So she was about my age, always meddling in people's business and starting trouble and bullying, harassing, and laugh at people. And I'm like, well, I'm 40 now, but I'm like, well, what a shame. A 39-year-old tattletale. Or a 39-year-old liar. And then Shelley would talk about that I should allow her to have control over or access to my bank accounts. No, like y'all steal my money and then try to make a false smear campaign that I spend all my money and that I'm not good with money or that I mismanage my money. Y'all already stealing my fucking money. And all this abuse that I'm speaking up against, what the foster family did to me, that's one of the main reasons how and why I'm a target individual. And I resisted that fake cult too, the fake IDMR cult. Now I realize how weird it was. But I mean, well, yeah, but I'm glad to be free from the cult. I never asked to join the fake IDMR cult. And the foster mom used to use hell as fear, tell me I'm going to bust the lake wide open. Or I'm going to go to hell. And it's like, when I'm compliant with the cult, she will falsely accuse me of trying to seek attention. When I resisted, she will punish me too. Well, damned if I do and damned if I don't. The hell, I'll just keep resisting. Nobody can force me back into that fake IDMR anymore. And I don't miss it at all. I don't. It was boring. Sometimes you go to fake church and church be boring. And these fake church pastors, they use mind control and MK Ultra and neuro-linguistic programming and witchcraft. At church. You can't even go to church no more. Nope. So, well, as I said, this court thing is on my mind, and I'm scared of what to expect. I don't know if I'm going to get in more trouble, or if the judge is going to be a nice person, or if the judge is going to be an asshole. I don't know. But yeah, I'm scared of what to expect I mean, all this part of the gang stalking setup. Because, like, why didn't they name the male police officer that put me in handcuffs? He put me in handcuffs, and he was also, once I got to the jail, he was abusive and mean too. Yelling at me saying, turn around, look this way, do this. And they make you afraid that they're going to hit you or assault you if you didn't comply the way that they wanted you to. Yeah, he was and he followed us to the jail. Or either that or he was there right before we got there. So why was that man's name omitted from the police report? I didn't buy the police report, or I didn't if I didn't have to spend $25, I mean, I got the jail letter for free, but the $25 for the police report, all I needed was the names of the officers. That was, because usually, like, I found out the other officers' names, but when I try to look at Officer Christiana's name tag, when I try to look at her name tag, and Officer Richards, snap her fingers like at me like I'm a dog, and I said, don't do that to me. It's like, well, you seem like you have a problem with listening. You don't follow directions. I ain't got to freaking listen to y'all. I shouldn't have to. If y'all participate in gang stalking, I don't have to obey you. I shouldn't have to obey you. If you're part of this gang stalking, I shouldn't have to listen to you. But if you're not part of the gang stalking, then yeah. And if y'all are not part of the gang stalking and I am guilty of doing something wrong, then I should listen to you. But if I'm innocent and y'all perps, I shouldn't have to listen. But as I said, this is part of the gang stalking setup because they had perps at the jail planted there before I got there. Like, this is wild. They're really trying to do me in. And the online perps harassing me and making it like as if they're warning me that 2024 is going to be a year of a living hell. And even as of last summer, they were threatening me with death. And telling me that I wasn't going to make it to see my 40th birthday. And then birthday videos, they falsely reported and got them wrongfully taken down. So, and then I heard that you and like Hollywood celebrity kind of hot water when you expose gang stalking from police officers doing it to you. I'm gonna say it again. I should not have to listen to y'all, and I should say, hell no, I ain't got to listen to y'all. And they're so puffed up about their fake authority. Oh, I am the law. And y'all raging demons. I mean, just like celebrities let their fame get to their head, these police officers let their so-called fake power get to their head. I refuse to obey the kingdom of darkness. And because I won't bow down to y'all tyrants, y'all falsely making like I'm the narcissist when it's y'all. Y'all do all the gaslighting, psych games, projection, manipulation, control, sabotage, destroying people's lives, and you think this shit is funny. Like when that officer Allison, said that's a for sale sign, that's somebody's property. I knew right away that the online stalkers called him up the fake Aquarian Doris perp bragged and laughed and said, yeah, that was me that made that call. And y'all thought I was crazy when I said my own twin sister. It's like my own twin sister is part of my blood sacrifice. The conspiracy to have me blood sacrificed. If I'm supposed to be so evil, why multiple people, even people who are deceivers and part of the kingdom of darkness or kingdom of evil, have been telling me your family trying to have you sacrificed. And a lot of the main way to do it to us black folks selling out their own kind for money, the Masonic satanic blood sacrifice ritual. Their blood sacrifice you and then get money. And then, they talk about life insurance and, organ trafficking and all that, sex trafficking, whatever, human trafficking. But us foster care, in jail and prison, they say that's labor trafficking. Literal slaves. So, but it's like, I feel like I gotta put my life on hold until after the court date, because I don't know what to expect and I don't know what's gonna happen. But I can't even work on. I have to put my writings, like my short stories and other writings. I have to put it on hold. Me trying to look for more jobs, I have to put that on hold. Because I don't know what's gonna happen after the court date. Or yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really scared. I shouldn't have to be, but I am. Even though, I don't even know if the fake Aquarian Doris perp really did call up the police and lie and said that was her property. And in the smear campaigns that they tell the cops is what make them, why the cops will approach me so aggressively and have their minds made up to take sides, like what y'all saw happen with those 5 youth, those boys. And then they think that they're smarter than me. But if a police officer was not corrupt, those boys should have gone to jail for one hit. That was a new ass BMW. Nothing was wrong for them to have like one tail. Like, go back and look at that video. And then those boys are so deceived and arrogant that they say, it's your ass is gonna look stupid. No, in the end, if y'all got taken to jail and busted for being part of the sex trafficking, human trafficking, Luciferian, satanic gang stalking, and all y'all cops, y'all need to freaking go down too. Because even police officers be stalking people's social media, or people who pretend to play police. They be stalking people's social media, bullying, harassing, and threatening people. Look up John Lang, Lang, in Fresno, California. So you don't even give a fuck about your own twin sister being murdered by cops, and that's one of the goals, part of this gang stalking program. Look up Quentin Tarver and his cousin Darius Tarver. Right in Denton, Texas, that Darius Tarver And I had my issues with Denton, Texas Police Department too. And it will be always the same officers that come out. Even with Gretna Police, every time the police get called, it'd be the same officers. And even Denton, Texas, Darius Tarver, that's the R&B singer Quindon Tarver, Quindon, Quindon Tarver, Tarver. You know, he was covertly murdered by Chris Stokes, you know, who managed Immature, IMX, and B2K, and some other groups. Yeah, look up Quindon Tarver and his cousin Darius Tarver. Darius Tarver, they try to make it like he was having some mental health episode, and he got murdered by cops. And we all know about the Jordan Neely situation. They sent that vigilante to play cop, that military vigilante to play cop, and killed Jordan Neely. And that vigilante, what's his name? George Zimmerman, what he did to Trayvon Martin. That man, I mean, that boy's dad, Tracy Martin, blood sacrificed him. Look up, if y'all know about, you know, Breonna Taylor and, what's her name? Sandra Bland and some others. But Kanika Jenkins was a different story, but it was part of the trafficking. And, Shaquella Robinson. If y'all ever look up Tamir Rice, that was a 12-year-old boy who got shot and killed by the police because of some vigilantes. You know, he was playing with a toy gun and the cops shot him dead. 12 years old. So don't tell me that cops are God. Cops are righteous. Cops are innocent. Cops are do-gooders. Look up the Fraternal Order of Police being Masonic and satanic. And the fake vigilante narcissistic gang stalkers that want to play police. And they think that they have the fake authority to throw people in jail. But I'm going to tell y'all again, if I got to go to hell, y'all going even harder. But y'all think that I deserve to be punished behind lies, that y'all want me to go to jail. But I'm forbidden and not allowed to tell y'all going to hell. So, but anyway, they vibrated my body again today. And it's embarrassing. But they forced orgasm me multiple times today. It was embarrassing. With the directed energy weapons, you know. Oh, and look up Eric Garner. We all know about George Floyd, but they said that was a psyop. And they have Michael Brown, that Ferguson thing. Freddie Gray. And Freddie Gray, I think that was his name. The guy that was in Oakland. I think Freddie Gray. And they had a guy, I can't think of his name, that he was falsely framed for killing a homeless person back in the 80s. And then in 2011, they executed him. Troy Davis, I think his name was. Look him up. And he was falsely accused. And I heard that they tortured him before they executed him. So, let me get off here. What time is it? 6:40? All right. Um, Tomorrow's Friday. I heard it's supposed to rain really bad. Tomorrow and I think Saturday. Rain again. So like today was dry, and I think yesterday, but Tuesday was raining. Last Friday it was raining. I don't remember if Saturday, Sunday, Monday if it was raining. But now I have like when I gotta be on the streets, I have like nowhere to go, nowhere to go. And with my phone, I thought the service was supposed to renew today, but I don't know if it'll renew tomorrow. But I'm all right. I got Wi-Fi now, so. But this police incident, I think. Well, I think that has something to do with why they did the weird stuff with my phone and manipulated for me to be forced to have to waste more money with the phone. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna see y'all.